Okay, welcome everyone to the Venna Partner Training. I am Gina Bender. I'm a founding partner with Victory Nutrition along with my husband Ed, and we're excited. We're here today. Jeff was going to join us today, but we decided to give him the weekend off. He is on his honeymoon and on his way back, so there was no need to rush it this weekend. And we are glad that he's had a little extra time off because he really does work hard.
Last I heard, he was in an airport and he was rushing around, and we said, Jeff, we can handle it today. Just take your time and come on back, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
So anyway, we're glad to be here, and we're going to share some great information with you. And I'm going to start a PowerPoint to keep us on track so we don't keep you guys too long. Okay, so again, welcome to the Victory Nutrition Training today. It is Saturday, December 7th, and I always like to cover upcoming events before we actually get started into the training, because if you're going to build a business with Victory, you need to learn to build from event to event, whether it's a one-on-one, two-on-one, a phone call, a Zoom call, or attending, like our Saturday trainings. Our next two major events are coming up next week. Thursday, December 12th, we'll have our product and business webinar. And then on Saturday, December 14th, we'll have our next Venna partner training. And my guess is Jeff will be doing that presentation and getting us on the happenings at Victory Nutrition. So make sure you plug into the events. It's very important because that's how you're going to keep up with what's happening. Okay, so we wanted to cover this in the beginning about, leaders or learners. Again, you're going to learn by hearing. So make sure you don't miss an event. These events and these trainings are all recorded, so you can go back and you can watch the trainings. That's the beautiful thing about our VNI system. And also VNI records all of the events. So from conference calls to our webinars, they're all recorded in the VNI back office. I want to mention too that they are not only in our VNI back office, but they're on YouTube. They're also on our VNI Life app. So if you miss, for instance, the Thursday training, you missed an awesome training with Bill Downs and with Ken Nasmith, who's one of our top, leaders and partners with Victory Nutrition. Those recordings are there for you to not only listen to, but for you to share with your potential prospects. If you don't know, you can go to the VNI back office and click on dashboard, and as you can see here, you can go to the calendar of events and find out exactly what's going on any day of the week or of the month. And all you would do is you would click on that particular event for that day. The box will open up. It'll give you the information. If it's a Zoom recording, you can actually click the link and go directly to the presentation. And I'll mention here too, make sure you do a thorough job of going through your back office, getting familiar with the information back here, because everything that you need to build a successful business has been put here in your back office. So we want to talk for a minute about evaluating the VNI opportunity. You have the tools to build anywhere in the U.S. and in Canada. We have the right product. Again, if you've listened, this might be one of your very first trainings, but if you've listened to some of the recordings or been on our monthly product calls, or even listened, to some of the webinars that Bill has done, you will understand that there is nothing out there that we know of on the planet that is quite like what we have with VNI. We have the right products. Why do we have the right products? We have the right product because these guys, Bill Downs and Steve Kushner, have developed the right technology that I might add that VNI owns. They own the they own the proteasome technology, which is a technology that allows all the nutrients to get into the cells, you know, when you take the products.
And I've been asked a number of times why we call it technology. The reason we call it a technology is it is a technology. It is a different delivery system than any other nutritional product on the planet. When I say that, I mean different from anything else. There's not anything on the market that is anywhere close to the way that our products are delivered into the cells. So it's a different technology.
Yep, exactly. And it's backed by real science. Bill, as you know, and as you get to learn more about him and Steve, they believe in real science on the finished products. We have, 48 clinical studies to date. They have more ongoing clinical studies on the supplements. And, so again, they want to back this up with real science on the finished product, not one or two ingredients like a lot of companies. You know, we might want to take just a minute here to, share a little bit about Bill's background because, Ed and I had the opportunity to meet Bill over 2 decades ago. We fell in love with his passion, his knowledge. He was in the ingredients business for 24 years. He worked in a doctor's office for over 5 years. And we come to learn from being with Bill and using supplements even back 20 years ago that he developed because of his knowledge of working in the ingredients business, that they were stellar. These are premium supplements that he puts together. And again, when he does it, he does research on the finished product, which is huge. So you will not be disappointed in the results that you see from the products. And again, let's mention too about the opportunity. Ed and I got involved, Ed's been involved in relationship marketing since he was 8 years old. So I'm just going to go on and throw it out there. He likes to let me know that he got started in Amway and went door to door selling soap suds.
Not by choice, because my father made me too.
But his father must have recognized there was a little salesman in Ed.
No, you just figured a cute kid going door to door selling soap suds would probably be better than him going door to door selling soap suds in the dead of winter.
But I didn't start at 8 years old, but I was introduced to the industry back when I was, in my late 20s. And I saw an opportunity where an average person could create an above average income by sharing with others. So I fell in love with the industry as a whole. But you got to have the right opportunity. Over the years, we've been involved with companies that we've had success in, but we've also been involved with companies that let us down. And so going back to Bill and Kim Down's story, many years ago, probably 7-8 years ago, Bill and Kim had discussed, why don't we start our own company? And they shared that vision with us. And we're like excited and like, gosh, if you guys ever start your own company, we really want to be a part of it.
Now, why would they want to start their own company? They had watched Gina and I build other companies, and we built other companies to success. We also built other companies with Bill's products. But the thing that kept happening over and over and over again is we would have great results out of the product, only for the company to take Bill's formula and start using cheaper ingredients. And we were really living on the testimonials that the original products created, and they were no longer selling the original product. That's why Gina says companies let us down. Because we built an organization, we moved products, we moved tremendous amounts of products, but then they would change the formulas on us. And Bill got tired of that, and we got tired of that, to be honest with you.
And so just let me add too. Now, Bill did not own the companies, so that he had no control over that. He was a formulator. He was working with a major company out in California who were bringing these awesome ingredients to market, and they were doing the research and science. So Bill was out there building and putting together formulas, for hundreds of companies. And over the years, Bill has probably in excess of $6 billion in sales of supplements that he's put together. So I'm sure it was very frustrating to Bill and Kim because they were working hard, and, Bill had this passion and dream to help, many, many people. And, you know, bringing his products to market, when the companies let you down, you really don't have any control over that. So we were very excited when they said they were considering taking their products to market and doing it through relationship marketing. So we knew we would have a man and a woman with integrity who would be out there doing this for the right reason and putting together the right opportunity.
Yeah, when we say the right opportunity, we mean the right opportunity. This is an opportunity that comes along once in a lifetime, and Gina and I are very fortunate that we seized it in the beginning, and a lot of people did. Some people to different degrees, but we continued with it, and we continue today. There's not a week that goes by, and Gina will verify this, that we don't have a check come into this household because of this business. And people say, well, you're doing it for the money. We're really not doing it for the money. I mean, money, if you think about anything you do in life, if you're a nurse or a policeman or whatever, you usually are doing it somewhat for the money, but that's not the primary reason why we do this. We do this because we love people. We want to help people. We want to help keep your health where it needs to be, and we also want to help you reach financial goals.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, so let's learn to do these three things well. Okay, so we're going to talk for a minute about using the products. You know, we only have 4 supplements. We have the Protovite, the Brain Reward, the Enzorb, and the Thion Extra. We have them in different forms, as you can see depicted here. Protovite, I love taking it and using the big bottle. The top is an ounce, so you can use that for your measure. You'll also see the concentrated bottles in the picture as well. And the concentrate, I love when Ed and I are traveling, because that is a 10-day supply. And then if I'm going out of town, maybe for just a couple of days, we also have the Protovite Moments. And as Ed's showing you there, it's a little cap, kind of like the Keurig coffee cup type caps. Anyway, we love the products. They make it available different ways for you to take it. We take the Enzorb at night. It's a little packet. We keep packets by our bed. We take that when we go to bed. And I love doing the Brain Reward and my Restorgen formula first thing in the morning when I take my Protovite, as well as that. So use the products. You're not going to get benefits unless you use them. Get good at sharing the products. And with one of our newest tools, the Venna Life app, that makes it so easy to share. And guys, I use the app too to push out information to my new partners. I'll have people saying, well, you know, where's that video you were talking about? You can share it right through your app, whether they're a prospect or not. You want to be a responsible sponsor and make sure you're getting that information to your brand new partner or your preferred customer. So the app, as you can see here, is easy to download. If you have an Android phone, you can go to your Play Store. If you have an Apple phone, you go also to your store to download. And again, that's a great way to share the products with others, or at least the information, not exactly the products, but the information. And, you know, if you're just going to use the products and share the products, you can build, you know, residual income and make some great, what I call thank you checks, just from using and from sharing the products. But if you want to take your business a step further, you want to teach others to use and share the products. And that's what I mean about becoming and learning to become, you know, a good sponsor. Because if you can learn to teach others to do what you're doing, which is using the products, and teach them how to share the products, that's how you're going to develop long-term residual income that can reward you in the next, you know, 1, 2, 3 years, as much as a 6-figure income or higher. The sky is the limit. Okay, make sure you're sharing every day. You want to make sure that you know, you're prepared. You know, share the information. Again, you can share it through the Venna app, and you want to learn to follow up, and you want to do it well. You know, that's again where the calls are going to help you in these trainings. And we say, make a friend, and identify their need and transfer the feeling. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. What could the products or the business do to help that individual get where he or she wants to go? Become a good listener. If you listen more than you talk and let that person really share their heart, it'll open up new doors, because you'll hear some of the things they're going through, and that will open up doors for you to be able to share more.
Now, this time of the year, everybody's stressed out about Christmas and Christmas presents, and believe me, I think everybody goes through it, whether you got a pile of money or you don't have a pile of money, whether you're putting on credit cards or you're not putting on credit cards. But we want you to understand there's an opportunity here where you could earn money through the holidays just by helping people. And the companies put some unique bonuses in for the holidays to earn money for that.
Absolutely. And they also put together a holiday package. So be sure and go to your website and check out the holiday package. There's some great savings. And also they have discounted the GARS test, which is our precision nutrition DNA test, specifically, for your particular gene makeup. So if you don't know anything about that, go to your website, click on the GARS test. There'll be a short video that you can watch that will explain more about the GARS test. Okay, how do you get started? Are you serious, or are you just kidding around?
Now, this is a statement that we learned a long time ago, and it really makes more sense than people realize. If you're serious about this business, let us know. We want to help you get where you need to go. If you're just kidding around, if you just want to use products, that's great. We love you. We'll help you. We'll teach you about products. We'll do things. But if you're serious about wanting to earn income in this business, that's where Gina and I really can help you shorten your learning curve. You got to pay attention to what we say. We've done it all the ways out there that are possible to do. Some of them have been more lucrative than others. We can tell you where the pitfalls are, but you got to listen to what we say. And if you call us up and say, I want to do just strictly social media, that may be a way to do it. I don't think it's the best way to do it, but it is a way to do it. There are other ways to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we believe the best way is with your warm market. So what do you want to do? So when we got started many years ago, we said, we were taught, make that list, and learn to manage your time well. Why is it important to make a list? Because if you think about 1, 2, or 3 people and you don't put their names down and you talk to them, and let's say they don't know enough to say yes, then you feel like maybe you're starting out wrong and your business is not going in the right direction, or you might be failing. Any good business person or entrepreneur that works for themselves is going to put together a list. I don't care if you're in real estate or if you're in insurance. If you're out there, out there creating success, it starts with a list. Now, the great thing is that BNI Life app will pull over all your contacts into the app, so it makes it a lot easier to share the information.
Most of the time we had to create a list on paper in the past. Nowadays we've got lists in our phones. I mean, seriously, on a daily basis, Gina, how many contacts do you have in your phone?
Oh, it's over 5,000.
And I know people that have not that many. I don't have that many contacts in my phone, but I do go through my phone periodically and look and say, who can I call today? Who can I, influence their life? Who might need an opportunity right now? Where do I know this individual from? I mean, I've got a lot of people in my phone, and she's got a lot of people in her phone that we haven't contacted yet. The reason we haven't contacted them yet is we're helping other people contact their people. But trust me, we look at our list on a daily basis and time management.
And don't mark them off your list if they say no. I'll give you a great example. Let's take Jeff Hooks, for instance. If someone had contacted Jeff last week over the Thanksgiving holidays and said, Jeff, I've got something I really need you to look at, would you take some time tonight and maybe join me on a call. Well, of course not. He's not going to, because he got married last Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving.
He may not even told them that. He may have just, neglected to even respond to them because he was on his honeymoon.
But that doesn't mean he might not have been interested, And so thank goodness, Jeff, even though he was a busy guy 3 or 4 years ago when Ed reached out to him, timing was somewhat right for him to agree out of friendship to sit down with Bill and Kim and meet them, because that's why we say you'll have much more success if you work a list in your warm market. And, once you're working your list, help others work their list, and you'll be much more successful. And we mentioned the time management. That's so important. If you only have 15 minutes a day, or maybe you have an hour a day, figure out what you want to do during that time. Stay in the mode of sharing with others. Everything else will fall into place as you learn to build your business.
And presentations, there's presentations galore. There's all kinds of presentations, from product presentations to business presentations to, deep dives into the products, deep dives into the ingredients, whatever you want, whatever you need to really do this business or share with an individual, it's available for you today. I can't say that was always available, because it wasn't. In the beginning, we had very little tools to work with, but today we've got plenty of tools to work with.
Yeah, we had actually, Ed, we started with the live blood cell video, and that is also in your VNI Life app. So there are a lot of people out there that don't understand, what Protovite actually does. So share that live blood cell video, and they can see how that product in less than 5 minutes will change the blood. So it's still an excellent video to share. And we put follow up here because, again, you don't want to try to do this business by yourself. Learn to get good at follow up and learn who your upline is, because those are the people that are going to help you, and learn to do three-way calls. Three-way calls is really how Ed and I came out to a really fast start when we launched Victory Nutrition. We contacted a lot of our friends and let them know that we were going to, start with Victory Nutrition International. And we told them about Bill and Kim Downs. And, we were just basically excited. We were what we call ignorance on fire. We were out there just sharing, but we had the team support. We did lots of three ways. We introduced people to Bill Downs and to Steve, and and we use people in our downline to do three-way calls with. We've got a great product review with Donna Morrow. I did three-way calls with her because she's a type 1 diabetic, and she has shared with me several times with other prospects on the phone. So again, I've mentioned corporate support. I can't thank Bill and Kim enough, as well as Jeff and our corporate team, and Craig Fleming. I want to say he's just phenomenal.
All of our corporate team and every one of the customer service people are there to help support you. And we really, they're handpicked. They're not just, we didn't run ads and say, we need somebody to help in customer support. All of the people are handpicked. They really have been handpicked to work for this company.
Because again, that comes back to the relationships. I think about, where I'm at now in life, and where I was 30 years ago, and Victory Nutrition has been a process to get here for us, for Bill and Kim, and for many more people. I believe in divine providence, and when Ed said hand-picked, we had relationships, as well as Bill and Kim, with some of our key people that work with us in customer support. So we knew their heart, we knew their integrity. And I want to say something else about customer support, since we're on customer support. We did a presentation last week with Wayne Coolidge and Rebecca Sidden in Mooresville. And we had a successful event, and we had, I think there were 3 or 4 healthcare practitioners that actually came out to the event. And, to give you an example of corporate support from Bill, he'll be doing a Zoom call next week, and Kim, to introduce themselves to these healthcare practitioners, and they're going to do it in a room. So it's not just, everybody calling in from home, but it'll be a great way for Bill and Kim to share their heart, for these individuals to be able to ask questions and get to know Bill and Kim a little bit better. So if you're not familiar with Zoom, if this is maybe one of your first or second presentations, anyone can download Zoom for free. And you really need to learn to start doing some of these presentations because, and just sharing and meeting people face to face, because this is a business. When Ed and I got started, we love doing one-on-ones and two-on-ones and meeting people over coffee or over lunch or dinner because it's about relationships. And again, make sure you're plugging into the events. We're going to have in 2020, Jeff's going to be making some new announcements about, new events the company are planning on doing. So that's why you want to stay tuned in. And if you are seriously building and you want to open up the market in your area, let corporate know, let Jeff know, or let us know. And that would be an area, that we could come into and help support you and your new partners and help you grow in the market right there in your own back office.
Now, in saying that, Gina and I don't mind traveling. We're not going to travel just for one or two people. We want you to put a group of people together. We're not going to travel to create momentum, but we will travel to forward momentum. So if you're starting to gain some traction in an area, we'll be more than happy to come up and support you in that area. You just got to let us know that's what you need done.
Or down, like in Florida.
Yeah, especially this time of year.
In the wintertime.
Yeah. Wintertime, Gina likes to go south. Summertime, she'll go north sometimes. But
and I want to mention, too, we've got up here personal growth. As you're building your business, this might be a whole new venture for you. Maybe you've never built a business. But Ed and I built several. We understand personal growth and do something every day to improve yourself. Years ago, people read books. Now it makes it so much easier with audiobooks. I prefer audiobooks as well as Ed. We're so busy, it's easier for me to listen. I listen, every morning to a little bit of motivational speakers, and a great thing you can download too and get it for the first 30 days is Audible. I helped one of our leaders the other day put Audible on her phone, and I believe they'll give you a first book free, as well as there's free books on there you can download. So it's very inexpensive to do.
Now, I'll give you a hint. She does it while she's doing her hair, so it takes about 45 minutes for her to go through her personal growth.
No, that's including makeup and drying and the whole thing. So not 45 minutes for my hair. Okay. So you want to get good to it, telling your story. If you're brand new, you might not have a story yet. 9 out of 10 people that you introduce these awesome supplements to may just want to try the product first. So share your story with them and give them an opportunity to get on the supplements and let them develop their own product testimonial.
Now, Gina says you may not have a story. Well, you've got some sort of story because you're here. So whatever story it is, if it's you met somebody in a grocery store or you knew a childhood friend or whatever, you've got some sort of story of why you're doing this business or why you're at least taking this product. So there's not a person out there that can't create a 30-minute commercial, a 30-second commercial about why they're here. I mean, if you can't create a 30-second commercial about why you're here, I kind of question why you are here. Because, we're here to help our health. We're also here to help people financially help their health. Credit card debt is run rapid in this country. We need to get people to understand that this is a way you can cure credit card debt.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we've mentioned this earlier, but learn to use the tools effectively. Again, go to your back office, go to the dashboard, and go down and click on what is available to you. There are many tools back there. We have the PDF brochure. So if you're in a hurry, you're going out the door and you think, oh, I don't have a Protovite brochure. You can go right to your back office and actually print that. You can download all the videos, the actual files. If you want to have it like on your laptop and show it to someone, if you're not going to be in an area where there's Wi-Fi, then just put it on your desktop, on your laptop. There are, just lots of tools back there that you can use to help you build your business.
And I challenge people to do this. I mean, really go to your back office, go to your VNI Life app, look at the things that are available to you. A lot of people don't even know what's there. If they'll take a few minutes just to watch what's there, they'll be pleasantly surprised that there's things that they could share that they have probably no idea. I mean, the depth of the knowledge that's in that VNI Life app that you can go through products with is astounding to me. I don't want to know that much about products. I want to know if I put it in my mouth, it's going to make my body work better. And that it will do. But there are people out there that want to know more than that. And if you want to know more than that, it's in the back office of the VNI Life app.
Yeah, absolutely. And, look for opportunities. If you are in a position where you're out there every day, you're out there, whether you're traveling with your business or you're, maybe you're a salesperson or an insurance agent, look for opportunities when you're out there meeting new people to help them improve their health and also improve their pocketbooks. As Ed mentioned, there's a lot of people out there looking for, a second income. And it may just be to make a house payment or, to make a car payment. But people are out there looking, for other opportunities. So be sure you want to share. And I want to mention, too, about being prepared. Ned, can you hand me that? I want to show this right here. I want to show this. This idea actually came from, and I'll put it up here where you can see it. This came from Ken Nasmith's. We keep this with us, and it's a little case. You can pick these up at Walmart, and they're really neat. You can put in this, you can put your Protovite moments. We have the booklets in here. We also have the in-sword packets. So you could take this, when you're traveling, but also it's another way that you can share with others. So always be prepared, have a pen with you. And if you're a guy, you might not, carry a purse or a briefcase, but, keep a little notepad with you in your car or in your pocket. So if you're out there meeting other people, get their information. I know Rebecca Sidden was sharing with us at the event the other night that, she meets someone, she pulls her VNI Life app out right there and has them put in their name and their phone number. So that's another great way to capture information. But in order to do that, you have to download the VNI Life app. So make sure you do that. So that's a way for you to help you build your business a little more efficiently. And partner with a friend. It's always fun if you do this with someone else. It's hard to go out there and build a business all by yourself. Ed and I do this together as a couple. We love it, but, if your spouse doesn't have an interest in helping, don't get discouraged because there's other people out there that is willing to work with you and help you build. So, just don't try to do this on your own. No one gets to the top all by themselves. And don't get into management mode. So many people, they put in, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. They think, well, their business has started. And they feel like, well, I'm not going to continue sharing. Now I'm going to work with those people, and I'm hoping they're going to build a huge business for me. So it really don't work that way. You are always out there, sharing and caring with others. Always, again, look for opportunities to share. And by doing that, you're able to help your team. Ed and I, when we started, we put together 3 teams. We put in 3 of our friends. And we built underneath them. We believe fire burns from below. So we wanted to get our new partners excited and help them. And treat it as a business. If you treat this like a business, it will reward you and it will pay you like a business. But if you don't treat it like a business, then you're going to not be very successful.
Yeah, I mean, really, it is a business to us. We do take it seriously. We don't get up in the morning. Gina gets up in the morning, makes her coffee, but we don't get up in the morning and say, well, should we do something today? Are we going to do something today? We get up saying we are going to do something today in this business. And every single day we do that same thing. Sundays we kind of take off. We go to church on Sundays. We do our Sunday things, but every other day, including Saturdays, as today is Saturday.
Yeah, today is Saturday.
We are here doing something on our business.
So we're out here working, and that's a good point. Now, there's going to be things that come up, as Ed mentioned in the very beginning, we're in the holiday season, so it's going to be a little harder for some of us to perhaps attend every single event. And believe me, I love being on every single phone call and every webinar. But I know that Bill and Kim are going to be sharing next week. And during the time they're sharing, I'd love to be on that webinar, but I have a previous commitment that I will not be able to attend. And that one, by the way, will not be recorded because that's a personal get together where the healthcare practitioners are going to get to know Bill and Kim. But if at all possible, if you can't get on some of these calls, as we mentioned earlier, you can go back and listen to the ones that are recorded. Okay, so again, you want to take responsibility for your business. Learn how to qualify each month. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but we do feel it's important, and this is going to wrap up the end of our presentation. But if you're building a successful VNI business, it's because you are paying attention and you've learned how to qualify each month. You want to, as we mentioned earlier, teach your personally sponsored partners. You don't only want to teach them how to share with others, but you want to teach them how to pay attention and make sure they're qualified. And
this is becoming easier and easier as we show you. Gina will show you in a minute that, the company's making it easier and easier for this to happen. It used to be combing through reports and sorting through things to get it. Nowadays, it's pretty much at your fingertips.
Yep, absolutely. Again, I mentioned earlier, be a responsible sponsor. I can't say that enough. Just take care of the person that you bring on board with you. And learn who your upline team partners are, as well as who we're working with at corporate. Who's our customer care. We've got, Sophia, who's phenomenal. We've got Stephanie, who's fantastic as well. We've got Natalie, just super awesome. She reached out to me yesterday and shared some information with me about one of my preferred customers. And, I don't want to leave anybody out. We've got Craig, we've got Suzanne, and I know I'm missing somebody.
Kim.
Well, we've got Kim too. Once in a while, now Kim runs the company. She's super awesome. But Kim in the very beginning headed up customer care and everything. She was doing everything. And but every now and then Kim does answer one of the customer care calls. So we've got Stephanie, we've got Natalie, we've got Craig, and we've got Sophia. And of course, Suzanne is over our digital marketing department, and we have Craig, who is our president and COO, and of course we have Bill.
Craig?
Yeah, Craig.
President and CEO?
No, Craig is our head of customer care.
There you go.
And Bill Downs is our founder and CEO. Kim runs the company, and Jeff is our president and COO.
But work smart. I mean, you've got plenty of resources here. We just want you to work smart with what you've got. We've got plenty of tools. We've got a lot of things, and I'm going to go through a list of things here in a minute when we get done. But be prepared at all times. The tools are there. Gina, you want to go over this?
Yeah, so this is an actual snapshot of one of our partners' back office. And so as you can see, when you log into your back office, you're going to see a snapshot of your December volume as well as your November and your October volume. Now, I'm not going to talk about the November and October because that's over. But this is what you want to get familiar with. Your back office looking at this, because the company has done a phenomenal job of helping you know now without having to pull a report if you're qualified and what rank you're qualified at. So if you look right down at the bottom, you'll see the estimated rank. That is brand new. This is super awesome. So when you log in and you look at estimated rank and you see we have associate manager circled there, if you look at November, this particular person qualified as a director, which means they had over $12,000 in group volume. They had a minimum of 4 personally sponsored active people, 1 in each leg of 3, which I know they have. And they had the balance they need. So associate manager is basically someone who has a minimum order of 130, and they have 1 personally sponsored active in doing a group volume of 375. So you're thinking, well, they've got a lot of volume here already for November. Their total GB's over 3,000. So why would they not be ranked higher? Well, it's because right now they only have the 1 qualified leg because they have the 1 active partner. Now, as the month goes on, we will have more monthly subscriptions go through for this particular leader, and that bottom estimated rank will change. So that is like real time, guys. I love it. In fact, this is so new. I contacted Craig a couple of days ago because I looked at it, and we have quite a bit of volume already, and I was showing unranked. And I'm thinking, why in the world would I be showing unranked? And, you know, of course, when something's new, you want to make sure there's no human error and the numbers are correct and all that. So we got to looking at it, and Craig chuckled a little bit, and he said, Gina, look up at your PV. Well, our particular PV at the time was 125. Our monthly subscription doesn't run until the 16th, and we have preferred customers that, you know, are ordering throughout the month. We had just had, you know, in the first couple of days of the month, we had a couple of preferred customers place orders, and the PV had not reached 130. So, of course, if you haven't placed an order, you're going to show unranked because the system only looks backwards to see if you're qualified. So what they've added to this report is phenomenal. You can see now how many preferred customers you have, how many active partners you have, how many qualified legs, and what your estimated rank is. So
instead of sorting through page after page of data, you really can look at this dashboard and kind of tell where you're at. And if you learn to decipher it just a little bit, it doesn't take much. You can see exactly what you need to do to achieve the rank that you're trying to hit or the next pin position promotion that you're trying to get to.
Exactly. And teach your partners to look at this to make sure they're qualified. That's very important. So in order to know where you're qualified, this is available to you, the Victory Nutrition International Ranks Chart. And where you go to find that is if you go to your VNI.life website, it defaults to the customer side of the business. But if you look up at the top at the VNI logo, you'll see where it says customers. Click on that. A box will open up and it'll say the partners. It'll be partners. You want to click on partners because that's where you're going to find the information that you need as far as qualifications. So when you click on partner, then you want to look for opportunity. The opportunity tab's at the top, and when you click on it, how you earn income with Victory Nutrition, all that information is there. But this sheet is very important because this is going to show you if you're building a business, where you want to reach to achieve the goal of, associate manager, executive manager. And again, if you're raising your hand and you really want to build a business with Victory Nutrition, let us know. That's why we're here. Or contact, if you don't know who your upline is, who's seriously building, contact customer care. Their number is 215-256-1486. They can let you know and partner you up with your upline team coach who can help you and teach you and build a successful Victory Nutrition business. So, Ed, I think that's all we have today. We want many, many people to join us. Bill's BHAG, which is his big, hairy, audacious goal, is to reach 10 million people in 10 years. So, of course, if that's Bill's goal, that's going to be part of our goal, too, because we want to help many, many thousands and even millions of people over the next few, not only weeks and months, but over the next few years. Right now, we are in the U.S. and Canada, guys, but over the next couple of years, I know the company has projections to, take the company worldwide into new markets. But don't wait for that to happen. We're sitting here on a gold mine. No one hardly knows about Victory Nutrition, and that's a great place to be.
And I want to tell you this, and it really is the truth, and it hasn't always been the truth with this company. Every company takes time to develop. We are how many years old now?
We will be 6 years young on January 15th of 2020.
And I say that for a reason. We've got the right company. We've had the right company for years. We didn't have all the bus seats filled, all the people in the seats that we need. Now we've got the right people in the right bus seats. We've got the right product line. We've always had great products. We'll have better products as time goes on. I'm sure there's more products in development. We've got the right compensation plan. Folks, I will match our compensation plan amongst any in the industry for direct sales. I'll match it against in the industry for any type of sales. And we don't refer to it as a sales company because we're more of a sharing company. But anything you do is really sharing or selling at the same time. We've got a compensation plan that'll compensate you for doing work. Gina and I make significant income doing this. We're not ashamed of that. We do a lot of good. We do a lot of good for the church. We do a lot of good for the organization. We do a lot of good for our family. We do a lot of good with the money that we earn here, and we're proud of what we do here. Be proud of what you do here. This is a company that you can really plant your flag and say, hey, I want to be part of this company, and we're happy to have you here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Victory Nutrition can help you make your dreams come true. So the sky's the limit. Come join us. We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. Have a blessed weekend. Again, reach out to us. We're here to help and support, and we will talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.
God bless everyone.